Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum, and also good day to everyone. So this is what we are going to do for today. So I will cover on 3 unit. Okay. By the way, this is an example of reading paper. Okay, so for today, I will cover on part 1, part 2, and part 3. Alright, so this is what we will be doing today. So first of all, what you need to do is, number 1, please make sure you download this question first. Okay, so where can you download this question? You can find this question in the link that I have given in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so click on the link first. That's the first step. Second step, okay, you need to watch this video first before you attempt to answer the question, and the answer will be given after this. Yes, the answer will be given after this, after you have finished answering all part 1, part 2, and part 3. Okay, so a little bit about SPM English paper. Okay, the code is 1119 stroke 1. Okay, so this is a little bit of about the paper. So this paper consists of 40 questions, and among this 40 questions, there are 5 parts. 5 parts. Okay, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5. So among these 5 parts, okay, what you need to do is, first of all, you have to make sure you score at least 35 questions correctly. After you score, then you have a fair chance to score at least an A minus for reading paper, for paper 1. Remember, 35 marks. Okay, so without wasting any time, okay, so I'll give you a simple tip on how to answer part 1. By the way, part 1 is MCQ question. MCQ question, as you can see here on top, on top, okay, multiple choice question. So that is what it means by MCQ. So you have 3 options, A, B, and C. Alright, so we will go with the first question. This is just an example. I give you an example first, then I give you time for you to try and answer the rest of the question. Okay, let us look at question 1. Okay, so after you receive this kind of question, don't panic. So first step, remember, first step, straight away read the question. Don't read the text. Don't read the text yet. Waste of time. Read the question first. So what the question wants? Look at question number 1. This passage is mainly about. This passage is mainly about. So next step, step number 2, understand what the question wants. So what the question means, or what the question wants. So the question wants, okay, about the text on top, world of sense, and what it's all about. Okay, all right. So step number 3. Okay, step number 3, you read the options. Okay, so there are 3 options, A, B, and C. So you read the options. Read option A. How to sell a scented product. Okay, now read option B. How people react to scents, and read option C. How to produce scents. So after you read these 3, you understand the meaning, and then you try to find similarity. Is the text, okay, is the text stated about, okay, option A, or about option B, or about option C? Okay, so then only you read the text. Okay, so to read the text, there are 2 ways of doing it. First of all, you read everything in the text, or, okay, you can also just find the keywords given in the option. For example, let's say C. Let us look at option C. How to produce scents. So the keyword given is produce sense. Produce sense. So you need to find if the text actually mention about the word produce sense. Okay, let us look. Okay, skim through the text. Do you find the word sense and the word produce? Okay. Okay, as you can see, you will find the word sense. For example, sense are used in many ways to capture your attentions. Okay, so you can see the word sense there. Okay, but do you see the word produce? What does produce means? Produce means menghasilkan. Jumpa tak perkataan menghasilkan in the text? Okay, of course. Yes or no? Of course, no. There's no such word as produce. Okay, so next, look at B. How people react to sense. How people react to sense. Okay. So, as usual, find the word sense and find the word react. Okay. And the same goes for option A. Okay, so before you make a decision, either A is the answer, B is the answer, or C is the answer, last step is you go through the text. Okay, just to make sure that you have not misread or misunderstood about the text. Alright, so let us go through with the text. Word of sense. It takes a few seconds for a scent to enter your nose and travel to your brain that controls memory and emotions. Scents are used in many ways to capture your attention. Vanilla and lavender are widely used in spas or soaps to promote calmness and reduce stress. Airlines use lavender to help people relax during flights. Some companies are known to use lemon scents to increase productivity. Okay, so based on all the words mentioned in the text, look at the verbs mentioned in the text. Okay, as you can see, for example, the first sentence. Okay, it takes a few seconds for a scent to enter your nose and travel to your brain that controls memory and emotions. Okay, controls. The verb is controls. Enter and controls. Okay, so next. Scents are used in many ways to capture your attention. Capture your attention. The third sentence. Vanilla and lavender are widely used in spas or soaps to promote calmness and reduce stress. The next sentence. Airlines use lavender to help people relax. During flights. And the last sentence. Some companies are known to use lemon scents to increase productivity. So, based on all this sentence, it focuses on reaction. Dia fokus kepada reaksi orang ramai. About what? About sense. So, what is reaksi? Of course, reaksi means reaction. So, among the option A, B and C, which word mention about the word reaksi? Of course, B lah. React. So, that is why the answer is react. Okay, so again, remember, first step is you read the question. Okay, second step, okay, you try to understand what the question wants. Okay, and the next step, step number 3 is what? You read the option A, B, and C. After you read the option, you find similarity. Similarity from the question, from the option and the text. Okay, and the last step, okay, you go through the whole text, just in case you misunderstood what you have read, or you miss out certain keywords. Okay, and then after you are confident enough, only then you choose the answer. And this whole process, this 5 process, must be within 1 minute, and at least 1 minute lah. To be safe, this 5 steps for one question must be within 1 minute. So 1 minute, 1 answer. Make sure you answer 1 minute, 1 answer. At least that one is the latest. Paling lewat itulah masanya. Okay, so that is how you answer for part 1. Okay, So I will give you time for you to answer. Okay, the rest of the question. Question 2, question 3, question 4. Okay, after question 4 is of course question 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, later I'll give you answer, okay, in your group. Okay, next for part 2. Okay, part 2 is what we call, normally teachers or students call this grammar question. Okay, however, it's a bit different where this grammar question, you have options in it. You have option A, you have option B, you have option C. Okay, and so on. Alright, so this is the text and you have blanks on it. Ada tempat kosong. As you can see, there are numbers beside the blank. So the options are given, okay, based on the numbers. Okay, so after you get this kind of question, okay, don't waste your time reading everything. Okay, it's a waste of time. So first step, identify whether the text is using present tense or past tense. So how to know that? Simple. If it's past tense, you can find ed there. You can find the word ed, word that has ed. You can find the word was. You can find were. Okay, so anything that shows that it is past tense. So for example, look at question 9. Look at number 9. However, the traditional method of blank means tempat kosong, chewing gum is by using the juice of sapodilla tree. So is there to show that any ed there, any past tense there? Of course, no. There's no past tense there. So it is present tense. Remember, present tense. That is step number 1. Step number 2, identify it is a singular or plural. Singular or plural. Satu atau banyak. Singular means satu, plural means banyak. Satu atau banyak. That is what you must identify. Okay? So, here, the method of. Is there anything that shows the blank actually showing to singular or plural? Of course, no. Tak ada pun a. Ada tak word a? No, tak ada a. Ada tak s? Tak ada. Okay? Yang ada adalah is. And is there is after the word chewing gum. And it is not related to the what we want to find. Okay, so remember that one is the second tip, second method. Okay, next, step number 3. If the question does not goes for step number 1 and step number 2, of course it goes with step number 3. Step number 3 is definitely vocabulary or the meaning. Okay, awak kena tahu vocab ataupun maksud perkataan tu. Okay, memang confirm. Sebab step number 1 is definitely not. Step number 2 is definitely not. Tak ada past tense, tak ada present tense. Tak ada juga, what do you call that, singular or plural. Of course, it goes to step number 3. Step number 3 is definitely vocabulary. Vocab ataupun words. The meaning of the words. You need to understand the meaning of the words. Okay, so understand the sentence. However, walau bagaimanapun, the traditional method of traditional, okay, daripada apa? Chewing gum is by using the juice of sapodilla tree. Okay, pembuatan chewing gum itu dengan menggunakan jus daripada pokok sapodilla. Okay, alright. So look at number 9. Look at number 9. The meaning. See, of course it goes with number 3. The meaning. Maksud terus. A is creating, B is making, C is mixing, D is extracting. Here you need to understand the meaning. So since this is an exercise, so what you can do is, well, you have your own handphones, you can Google the meaning of the word creating, of the word making, of the word mixing, and the word extracting. So find the best meaning that suits the sentence. Okay? So what I want to emphasize today is, when you get this kind of question, remember, first of all, identify the sentence, whether the sentence is present tense or past tense. Number 2, singular, plural. Number 3, if it's not past tense or present tense, not singular, plural, definitely number 3. Vocab or meaning of the words. Okay? Yes. Alright, so find the answer. Okay, so which one do you think is the most suitable answer? Okay, the traditional method of. Okay, is it creating, penciptaan, making, pembuatan, mixing lah, extracting maksudnya extract lah. Okay, so which one do you think is the most suitable? Of course, pembuatan lah, pembuatan chewing gum. So the traditional method of, what is pembuatan in English? Method of making. Vocab lah. It goes back to your vocabulary, yeah. Alright. Okay. So that is the tips. Only 3 tips. Simple. Okay. Alright. So as usual, I'll give you time for you to answer the rest of the question for part 2. Next, we go with part 3. Right. Part 3 is also known as comprehension question, but comprehension question this time, okay, you have been given options for you to choose. So easy lah, okay. So you have options, so you just have to choose A, B, C and D. Pilih je jawapan dia. Alright, so step number 1, after you receive the text for part 3, don't waste your time reading the text. Jangan bazir masa baca teks. Waste of time. Nah. Straight away look at the question. Look at question 19. In paragraph 2. So means the answer is from paragraph 2. Jawapan pada paragraph 2. No need to read other paragraph. Waste of time, In paragraph 2. So the answer from paragraph 2. Why does the writer use the phrase, it felt like the higher we track, the more detached we were from the pandemic? Okay. So this is the keyword. The keyword is, it felt like the higher up we track, the more detached we were from the pandemic. So step 1, read the question. Step 2, identify the paragraph. Paragraph 2. Step 3, identify the keyword. So what is the keyword? The keyword is the one highlighted. It felt like the higher up we track, the more detached we were from the pandemic. That is the keyword. So step number 4, okay, you find the keyword from paragraph 2 from the text. Okay? And try to understand what does it means by that phrase. Okay? Alright, so let us go with paragraph 2. Count 1, 2, perenggan 2, So, at the time, COVID-19 was already becoming a problem. However, it felt like the higher up we track, the more detached we were from the pandemic. Nak tahu maksud dia. Apa maksud ayat tu? Okay. Read. Okay. The next sentence. Our worries at Earth's highest point were altitude sickness, hypothermia, and exhaustion, rather than the coronavirus. That is the answer. Now, find in the next sentence there. Find the similarity with the option given. Cari persamaan yang sama dengan option yang diberikan tu. Okay, ada altitude sickness, hypothermia, exhaustion, and coronavirus. Okay, so find that word. Option A, option B, option C, and option D. Which one mentioned about the word altitude sickness? Which one mentioned about hypothermia? Which one mentioned about exhaustion? Of course, it's obviously C. Jumpa tak perkataan yang sama dengan yang disebutkan dalam paragraf tu? Ada kan? C. So, C is the answer. Just like that. Easy. Okay? So, this is like a bonus question. Okay? So, you can actually answer this one. Okay? Well, I think less than 30 seconds for one question. Less than 30 seconds. Easy. It is actually 3 marks from question 1 until question 26. Okay, so I'm giving you time for you to try and answer the rest of the question. And I will give you the answer, okay, in your group later on, for question 1 until question 26. So this is the lesson for our class today. Any problems, anything that you don't understand, feel free to ask me, contact me. You can contact me through your WhatsApp group, to Telegram, or through any social apps. Okay, you know my numbers, contact me. You know my contact numbers, you know how to contact me. Don't forget to ask question if you don't understand. Okay, so that's all from me for today's lesson. Lesson 1, how to actually score for paper 1, for part 1, part 2, and part 3. So that's all for today. Thank you guys. Bye. Ciao. Where's the button?